Welcome, everyone, to the latest edition of the Meri Athletic Department Alumni Interview Series. My name is Andrew Vitale, and I'm the Director of Athletics at Meri. And today I'm here with Meri class of 2016 and University of New Hampshire basketball player, Caroline Soucy. Caroline, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Great. Caroline, you'll be graduating from UNH in the coming weeks. Tell us about your experience there outside of basketball.
So 90% of my time, I think I was obviously playing basketball or doing something basketball related. But outside of that time, I'd say the things that I enjoyed most were just developing my relationships with my friends, hanging out with not only my teammates, but people on other teams as well. And then anybody who I met in my classes, which I tried to do because it's nice to kind of get away from the athletics part of it a little bit and have, relationships with other students on campus. The other fun part about the campus was that Portsmouth, New Hampshire was only like 20 minutes away. So getting off campus and going to Portsmouth was fun for us, I guess, just to do something different than being stuck on campus. But the campus itself is just so beautiful. There's so many things to do. And I really enjoyed going to the football games in the fall. That was pretty fun for me. But yeah, other than that, just hanging out with my friends really and getting that downtime that I needed.
You spent 3 years at Meri, having success in both soccer and basketball. Tell us what you loved about playing soccer at Meri.
I love that there was no pressure because I think that I put a lot of pressure on myself with basketball, to get recruited because I knew that I was going to go to college. Well, hope to go to college, I guess, for basketball. Like that was my dream, my goal. And playing soccer, I guess, was almost in a way a little bit of an escape from the stresses of basketball. And I truthfully didn't focus on basketball while I was playing soccer. Like it was all devoted to soccer and I just had no pressure on me and I just felt good playing and it was fun. It was just a really good time and our team was good. And that was that was the best part, winning SCNE championships and ringing the bell and it was a really awesome experience and I definitely wouldn't change it for anything. Just being able to still play soccer even though I'm solely focused on, basketball. So
Absolutely. In those 3 seasons playing basketball in Meri, how did the program prepare you for the next level?
yeah, I think that Lauren Moore did a great job of preparing us. When I first came in there, it was a total switch from public school basketball. Lauren had us lifting, she had us watching film, and I think I still did the same things with public school basketball, but the level of play was definitely different. And Lauren just truthfully made me a mentally tougher player as well, which needed to be done in order for me to be mentally tough in college because it's a tough thing to do to play college basketball and balance academics and stuff. So I would say that she did a great job preparing us for that.
So your first 2 years at UNH, you played more of a reserve role for the Wildcats. What did you learn in those first 2 years that really helped you in your collegiate career the most?
I just learned to be patient. My time will come. I would say at first it was definitely tougher just to sit there and, watch and you want to be out there so bad. And it's like, oh, I could do so much to be out there. But at the same time, I had to accept the fact that there are girls on this team who are better than me right now and they're more experienced. And having those conversations with my coaches actually also helped me as well. And just being patient and when I get in there doing everything I can to stay in the game and just playing my hardest.
So your junior and senior year, you saw a huge increase in time and production, last year averaging 10 points and 4 rebounds a game. What will you remember most of your playing experience at UNH and in particular, your junior and senior year?
I think just the feeling of being on the collegiate court and playing. I truthfully don't think there's a better feeling than being out there with your teammates and winning a game and having your teammates on the bench cheering for you as you make a big shot. It's a great feeling. And I think that that's one of the biggest feelings that I'm going to miss is just being out there with my teammates and the camaraderie of everyone, for sure.
What advice would you give to our Annapolis student athletes who are going on to play college athletics next year and in the future?
Time management is key. You have to put your academics first. Like, I know so many student athletes who, myself included, when I first got to college, I was like, oh, okay, like this is going to be kind of like high school. I'm going to be able to do sports and academics and it'll be fine and whatever. But I think that putting your academics first is key because you're there for academics and basketball or college sports is a bonus. So managing your time and making time for your academics is huge because you won't be able to play if your academics are not good, you know? So I think that's the biggest thing is managing your time and using your time wisely, getting your work done so that you can go play basketball or, you know, yeah.
As I said previously, you're graduating in a few weeks. What do you hope to be doing in the fall and in the near future?
Well, right now I've been interviewing for some jobs. I'm a communication major, which you can kind of, it's an open range. You can really do kind of whatever you want with it. It's not like so specific. So I have been interviewing with a couple companies for sales reps positions. Um, as of right now. In the future, maybe I'd like to stay within sports. I think that would be really cool, but I'm not going to just, seclude myself to one thing. So I've just right now just been interviewing and seeing where it takes me.
Lastly, you were a boarder, an RA, a student leader at Meri Annapolis. What are some of your fondest memories of your time at Meri Annapolis? And what are some of the things that you miss the most?
Hmm. I think the best memories were the relationships that I created with not only my friends at Meri Annapolis, but my roommates. I had a roommate from Mexico, Aisa, who I became very, very close with and was able to go and even visit her family in Mexico, which I think is just such a unique thing to do. And then the relationships that I created with my teachers, you, Parodi, Laurel Brown, I just think, and Lauren Moore, I just think that the relationships that I created with you guys were amazing, and you guys really not having a parent at school or where I was hard, and just building relationships with you guys and having you guys help me grow into the person that I am today was huge. So I definitely miss being around you guys for sure, and miss seeing my friends. And then what was the rest of the question? Sorry.
That's okay. Some of your favorite memories.
Um, I would say one of the best memories I have is playing Manhunt at nighttime on the weekends with all the boarders. Well, most of us, whoever wanted to play. That was fun because we used the whole campus and it got pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Like people got really into it and it was just a fun thing to do, especially because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it can be kind of boring on the weekends, like just being at school. So just doing things like that was fun. Yeah.
That's great. Caroline, thank you for taking the time to do this today. We hope you and your family continue to stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you so much for having me.